Okay, folks, it's 11 o'clock on my side, so we're going to get started. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to take you through this presentation. It won't be a long one today. I hope to answer a lot of your questions and see if I can help you guys get really out of the blocks fast. So one of the biggest questions that I get asked on a regular basis is, how do I find my first people? How do I find those first 100 IBOs? Now, the deal is, if you can't find your first 100 IBOs, how on earth can you expect anybody that you recruit to find their first 100 IBOs? So the bottom line is, you have got to get good at recruiting people and getting them into the business so that you can train your initial people how to do the same. And it doesn't help you to go out there and say, okay, well, I'm going to run a massive advertising campaign on radio. I'm going to spend $100,000 on this thing. I'm going to really throw a lot of money at it, because the people who sign up have got no way of doing that as well. So whatever you do to sign up your first 100 IBOs. So the bottom line is, if you can't sign up your first 100 IBOs personally, then how on earth can you expect anybody else to do that? Now, let's say you don't actually have the ability to do it. Let's say you it's just completely out of your wheelhouse. If you're the owner of the company, then you better hire somebody who can do that, because you don't have a situation where you can do one thing and then expect your network to do something else. You can't go and spend thousands of dollars on an advertising campaign and expect your agents to do the same. They won't be able to do it. They don't have the capital. They're getting into the business with a small amount of money, and they're looking to exploit opportunities that you've given them and to exploit the education you're going to give them. So the first thing is that you have got to become skilled, or you've got to have a skilled person in your employment, not a network member. Somebody's in your employment who's prepared to train everybody on how to do this. Now, what we've done at the Netready is we've got this campaign, or this, let's say this e-learning campaign, where you can go into the back end and you can actually learn how to do the various things that you need to teach your people. So if you go into the back office at Netready, so you log into Netready, go into your back office, you will find that as of the end of today, there will be a course in there that will teach you how to do the business, how to sign people up. This course is also available in your back office for your agents. So you need to just show your agents where to get it, and they can just log onto your back office and they can do the course. Now, if the course is not in your back office at the moment, if you're one of our older clients and this course isn't there, just log a ticket and one of my guys will actually move the course into your back office so that your agents have got this course. What the course does is it covers a number of different aspects of the business. So it covers how to prospect. So how to find people to talk to. So that's the number one thing. If you don't have anybody to talk to, you don't have a business. So the first thing the course does is teach you how to prospect. That's a 1-hour course. And the idea is that you're going to teach your people 7 skills in 7 days. So this is a 1-hour course that the guys are going to go through to teach them how to find somebody to talk to. But again, going back to the fundamentals, if you can't do it, how do you expect them to do it? So the first thing is, you need to get yourself to a point where you are able to do it. So you need to go through this 1-hour course yourself, and then you need to go and implement what it teaches you. Once you've got it working for yourself, it's super simple for you to teach somebody else how to do it, because you now know how to do it. The next part of the course is inviting the prospects. Now, one of the big things is that you never ever talk to your own prospect list. You always get your upline or the company to talk to your prospect list. So when you invite somebody, you're inviting them to meet with your upline, to meet with the company, to be on a Zoom call where somebody else is going to present it, because you cannot be that messenger. What you want to do is tell the person the story, get and invite them to the meeting, but somebody else needs to be the deliverer of the actual business opportunity. Because I can then edify that person. I can say, hey, listen, we're going to speak to John. He's amazing. He's my upline. He's done these incredible things for me. This is what's happened in my life, but let's go and chat with John. And then John is going to do the presentation. At some point, my people are going to come to me and I'm going to help them recruit people. So this inviting people to meet with your upline, or to be on a meeting, or to come to a group meeting once COVID is over, this is a very important part of the entire process. Next, how do you present the opportunity? So if you're the one presenting it, how do you tell your story? How do you personalize this thing? How do you get people involved in your story? And how do you help your agents sign up their people? This whole issue around presenting is an hour course, and it'll help you to learn how to present the opportunity to people. Then you've got your follow-up. So some people are going to join immediately and other people are not, but you've got to follow up with them and you've got to help them make the right decision to become part of your business. Closing is a big thing. How do you close the person? How do you get them committed? How do you get them to sign on the dotted line, to fill in their information, to buy their starter kit? Big deal about closing. Getting a new person started. So this is your first 6 weeks. How do you get this person out the blocks? How do you get them running fast? How do you get them started, get them up and going, etc.? What is your responsibility? What is their responsibility? There is an amazing video here called The Rise of the Entrepreneur, and it's all about why MLM is absolutely exploding worldwide, and it's geared to build belief in the industry. So you should get all of your agents to watch that video just to build belief, to really get them committed to the entire process. And then promoting events. One of your biggest opportunities to get people psyched up and to get people into the business and to get people really growing is through events. And there's a whole story on events. Now, at the moment, I know we have the COVID thing, so events are already taking a back seat. But you could do the events online. And once COVID is over, which it will be eventually, we'll be able to get back to having people in a room and having events and getting the events growing. Those could be training events or marketing events or launch events. There's all sorts of events you could be having. And then how to create a game plan, how to actually create a plan of action that you are going to follow through on, and that is going to make you successful. And each one of your agents needs to do that. Now, the first thing I can tell you is if you go through all of this, you will have a very clear understanding of how to drive the business yourself. So it's critical that you go through this. And then if you get every single one of your agents to go through this and you get their upline to help them with the business, your business will absolutely explode, guaranteed. So this here for me is a huge part of making your business successful and presenting the opportunity. And as you can see, there's about 7 hours worth of training here, not something we could do in a webinar today. So I'm really highlighting this. And again, if it's not in your back office already, get hold of my team and we'll put it into your back office. And it will also be in the Netready training area where in your fast start, it's going to be added in there today so that you'll have access to this in the Netready back office. When you're sitting down with somebody, they've got 4 basic questions they need answered. What must I do? Can I do it? Will I make money? And why should I do it? Those are the 4 questions you need to answer for them. And if you can't answer any one of those questions, they won't join. So what must I do? Well, let's say you're selling secondhand cars. So you say to the guy, well, we sell secondhand cars. So that's what you need to do. You need to sell secondhand cars. Now, if the guy's got a huge aversion to secondhand cars, well, that's it. It's game over. They're gone. Okay. So the first thing is to build up a belief in what you're doing, the products that you have, how exciting those products are, why these products are great to sell, you know, what's amazing about these secondhand cars and why people will buy these secondhand cars, you know, why they sell easily. Then the person has to answer the question, can I do it? Now, traditionally, what you want to do with the can I do it is you want to use these words. All you have to do is. Okay, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to make it so simple that all you have to do is. So we sell secondhand cars and all you have to do is pop an advert in the smalls, you get them around, your upline will help you show the car. When the person likes the car, they will buy it. That's all you got to do, simple. Now, I don't know what your product is. Everybody's got a different product. You have to work out all you have to do is, but I can tell you 99% of the clients who we've signed up on the Netready system tell me and will wax lyrical for hours about how amazing their product is. And they will tell me why this is the best product on the universe and why it's so easy to sell and why it's so incredible. And that message is what needs to go out to your clients. That's what your people need to hear. They need to understand that this is the most amazing product. And all I have to do is just show it to somebody and they will be beating me to death with the check. So the whole idea is, can I do this? Well, all you have to do is, and it needs to be a very simple process because I need to be able to visualize myself doing this thing. Now, if you say to me, look, all you have to do is you have to go to the corner of that house and you have to lift it up 3 inches. And if you lift it up 3 inches, I'll give you $1 million. Can I use machines? No, you can't. You have to use your hands. Well, I don't believe that I can do it. If I don't believe I can do it, I'm gone. So I have to believe that this is simple and that I can actually do it. Then will I make money? Now, guys, you cannot explain the compensation plan to a person. It is impossible. That is done in training. If you try and outline a compensation plan, I don't care how simple your compensation plan is. If you try and explain it in an opportunity meeting, you will confuse the hell out of everybody. And if everybody's confused, they will just say no, because the rule is confused people say no. So when you describe or talk to people about the money, you have to make it feel like you're giving away the farm. And if they get involved, all they have to do is this, and they're going to earn all of this cash. We're just going to throw money at them. So that's the vibe you need to get. And then why should I do it? This is the final one, because now the person's got to ask himself, this is the call to action. Should I actually put my money where my mouth is and make this happen? Now, if you haven't done a great job of the first three questions, the chances are that they're not going to find a reason to do it. So you've got to give them a reason to do it. So why should they do it? What exciting things are happening in the world that this is the opportunity of the century? How are they going to change their lives? How is this going to make things better for them? How is it going to put their children through school and buy them that fancy boat, that fancy house, get them out of the horrible job, get them to be able to fire their boss? What is it that would make them make this decision now? Why should they do it? And so you've got to have a compelling reason of why the person should actually get involved in the business. Now, you never answer all of these questions at once. You don't just go, hey, this is what we do. We sell cars. And it's simple. All you got to do is put this advert into the paper, and you'll make 150,000 rands every time you sell a car. And you can get started today because we've got 3,000 cars on the lot right now waiting to be sold. You don't really do it like that. What you've got to do is you've got to build up the image of what is going on here for these people. So what you do is you start with your trends. So what are the trends going on in the world? Well, a prime example right now is that COVID has absolutely clapped everybody's income. So people are not earning money at the moment. And so we are finding a huge trend of people looking to the MLM business to actually get into the space and to make money, to put a roof over their heads, to put food on their tables. So looking at trends that are happening in the world is a massive way to actually promise people an opportunity that actually can get them out of the situation they're in. Now, we can also look at things like the advent of AI. Right now, self-driving cars are a reality. And within the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to start seeing vehicles all over the world, especially trucking, busing, rideshare, all of that kind of thing is going to start being automated. Now, that means that there's going to be around about 5 million people worldwide whose income is at risk because their job is just going to evaporate. Now, there's a trend that we can obviously leverage. We can say to a person, listen, job security is no longer there. All of the fast food companies are automating their processes. Medical companies are automating their processes and using AI. Surgery is being automated with machinery. Vehicle driving, Uber driving, even schooling. If you have a look at what's happening with COVID, so many companies around the world, so many schools are going online and training people online where one teacher can teach 100,000 students if they want to. So the trends can make a huge difference to whether somebody gets involved in the business or not. But you've also got product trends. You can say, okay, we have this massive trend towards electric vehicles. We have this massive trend towards solar power. We have this massive trend towards healthier choices. We have this massive trend towards healthy pills that make you feel better, that boost your immune system. There's all sorts of trends out there. There's trends around skincare products. There's trends around tissue oil. There's all sorts of trends that you can tap into. So when you start talking about the trends, you need to actually highlight your product trends and the environmental trends that are actually making this the perfect business right now for this person to get involved in. Next, there's your company. Now, this, guys, is your story. This is the story about who you are, why you got involved in it. And remember, the story that you tell will be what your members tell to their clients. So this has got to be a powerful story. You can't say to them, hey, I sat down with a spreadsheet. I did 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 8, and then I decided, wow, I'm going to make so much money, I'll start an MLM business. Why don't you join me and help me make a fortune? Well, that's not going to get anybody excited. So what you got to do is come up, why are you doing this? What is the reason? What is your vision? How do you see this changing people's lives? Why is this the most amazing company on the planet to be involved in? What social responsibility and what social outreach are you guys doing? Why should I be a part of this company? Remember, there's 1,000 other MLM companies out there that I can join. Why this company? What makes you so special? What makes you so amazing? And so your story around your company needs to start why you started the company, what made you excited about it, how you managed to find out these incredible products and why these products are, why you're so passionate about these products, etc. So your company's story is critically important to the overall process. Next, you've got your products. Now, folks, you have a golden opportunity. Somebody is going to sit down and spend between 30 and 60 minutes listening to a pitch. So you've got an incredible opportunity to sell your products, to market your products like they've never been marketed before, to tell somebody why these are the most amazing products in the world, what goes into making them incredible, what goes into making them effective, why people are beating your door down to get your products, and why they should be excited about your products as well. Now, very few companies in the world get the opportunity via TV or radio or any other method to spend that kind of concentrated time telling a person why the product is so incredible. And if you do a decent job here, even if the person does not sign up as an agent, you will be able to land them as a customer. And down the road, you might be able to pull them into being an agent. So regardless of what your product is, this needs to be a key focus of yours. You need to really spend an inordinate amount of time building up your product. You need to actually push this product forward and make it glow in my mind when you're talking to me, so that if I don't sign up as an agent, at least I'm going to be your customer. Next, we're going to talk about the income. Now, again, we don't want to get into detail about how exactly every penny flows. You don't want to talk about promotions and demotions and levels. And no, that's going to be complicated. It's going to confuse the guys. They're not going to join. You want to just give them the image that they're going to earn a lot of money. And I mentioned that earlier on in this presentation. Next is the timing. Why is now the time to get started? You need to give them a compelling reason why today is the day. So what is their timing like? Okay, today's the day because if you join today, you're going to be part of the top echelon of this business. You're going to join as one of our founding members. If you join today, this is the start of our new year. We're going to be launching this new competition. We're going to be launching this new product. We're going to be whatever the reason is that they should be getting started today. There needs to be a compelling reason for that. Every day that goes by, you're going to be losing money. If you start today, in 1 year's time, you're going to have X amount of money in the bank. If you start today, you'll be part of our competition. If you start today, whatever the reason is, you've got to come up with a compelling reason why timing is everything. One of the things I always used to say to my people is, after today, you can never tell anybody that you weren't once in your life in the right place at the right time. Because today, right now, you're in the right place at the right time. And all you've got to do is take this opportunity and make it work for you. Today's the day. And so that was always my pitch to the guys when we came to closing the deal, that timing is everything. Now is when you should be doing it. Another one I used to use is, the best time to have joined this business was 2 years ago, when we were just getting out of the ground. That was the best time to join it. The second best time to join it is today, because there's never going to be a better time moving forward than today to get started in this business. So there's a number of ways that you can really hit the timing mark and make it exciting for your people. Next, you have the pledge. Now, I'm going to get into detail with the pledge, but what you want to do towards the end of your presentation is you want to say to your people, look, guys, we are going to promise to help you within your first 6 weeks to help you get traction. We promise to do that. And after the 6-week period, if we haven't helped you, then obviously you're going to tell us we useless and you're going to go away. But our promise to you is in that first 6 weeks, we're going to get you out the blocks. We're going to work with you. And your promise to us is that you're going to allow us to do that. So the pledge is really important, because what you don't want to do, which so many companies do out there, is they bring people in and they use the mud against the wall method. They just throw the mud against the wall and they see what sticks. And as a result, the churn is enormous. And when people don't get help, they walk away from your company. They don't say, listen, this upline who introduced me to the business sucks. No, they say your company sucks. And so it's incredibly important that not only do you promise to help them, but that you make sure that there's accountability to ensure that they get helped. You don't want to have a situation where they come in, you made them all of these promises, then you just do nothing. They walk away thinking this is a crummy business. Not only do you damage things for your own business, but you damage it for the industry at large. Now, a lot of my clients don't like the fact that there's a pledge. They're so scared they're going to lose people because there's an accountability route. But I'm saying to you now, a useless person in your team is much worse than having that person completely out of your team, because they are just damaging your reputation as far as they go. So when I explain the compensation plan, I try and keep this thing damn simple. So what I would say to the people, this is an amazing comp plan. You have 7 ways to earn from us. We've got 7 different ways you can earn. Now, I don't know, everybody's compensation plan here is different, and you can use your own compensation plan. You might have 5 ways to earn or 10 ways to earn or whatever it is. But in this particular case, this example I'm giving you, there's 7 ways to earn. Now, the reason I say there's 7 ways to earn, because doesn't that sound amazing? You've got 7 different ways to earn money from us. I mean, that's awesome. We're going to pay you in 7 different ways. If you go to work tomorrow, how many ways do they pay you? Well, they pay you 1. If you're lucky, you get a sales commission. Okay, they pay you 2. We're going to pay you 7 different ways. So there's a huge opportunity for you to make money with us, because there's 7 different opportunities for you to earn cash. Now, what is the first opportunity? Well, we're going to give you a fast start bonus. Remember that 6-week period? In your first 6 week, our team is going to help you get out the blocks. We're going to help you sign up your first people. We're going to help you sell your first products. And we're going to help you earn your fast start bonus. And you will get a $300 fast start bonus if you hit all the milestones with us in the first 6 weeks. And we're going to help you do that. Now, can you see that already I'm creating this vibe? Now, the $300 is an arbitrary number. I just put whatever number down. It might be 600 Rand. It might be $500, whatever it is that your business sustains in terms of your fast start bonuses. But we're going to get you out the blocks fast, and we're going to give you a nice amount of money for getting your training done and for achieving your first couple of goals. And we're going to help you do that. Next, once you're up and running, you can go out and you can create retail commission. Now, we assign 20% to retail commission. That means if you sell a product, you're going to make 20%. Now, you can sell that in a number of different ways. And there you pack out how you can sell the product. Well, you can sell it by advertising it on Facebook and Twitter and getting people to come to your website, or you can hold parties, or whatever it is that your business does in order to get people on board. And remember, it's all you have to do is, and then you put in what you have to do, and you can earn 20% on every sale you make, or 15%, or whatever your percentage is. I'm just using these percentages arbitrarily. Next, we've got a volume bonus. Now, that means if you sell a little bit of product, you're going to make you 20%. But if you go out and you do really well, we're going to give you an extra 20% in volume bonus. That means that on your personal sales, whether the people are buying off your replicated website or whether you're physically selling it to them directly, on your personal sales, you're going to make up to 40%. So that's pretty exciting. I mean, that is huge money. And if you get your sales volumes up and going, you can do really well. Now, if you were starting any business in the world, doesn't matter what you're starting, you're going to have to sell a product or a service. Whether you're a lawyer or you're starting a small shop at the corner, you're going to have to sell something in order for money to move. We're going to show you how to do this. And if you work at it, you're going to be able to sell a lot of product, and we're going to give you up to 40% commission on anything you sell. And we call these active commissions. In other words, you have to work for them and you're going to make them. The next, we have a passive commission. We call this, in our case, a level-based commission. And this is money that you don't actually physically have to work for. So let's say you sign up Mary, and Mary signs up John, and John signs up Andrew, and there's this whole team of people underneath you, and they go out and they sell product. You're going to earn commission on anything they sell. In our case, we allocate 20% to that. So you can earn quite a bit of money just from the people in your team, and our team goes 8 levels deep. So you can go up to 8 generations of income just from your level-based commissions. Next, we have a leadership bonus. Now, one of the things we want you to do is once you get your feet under you and you know what's going on, we've got this incredible leadership bonus, and we are going to pay you to train, teach, motivate, meet with, and really guide your team. And so we pay up to what we call 100% leadership bonus. So now all you have to do is help your people earn passive income, level-based commission. And for every rand that they earn in passive income, or for every dollar they earn in passive income, we are going to pay you up to 100% of that. So if you help them earn $1, we'll pay you $1. If you help them earn $100, we'll pay you $100. If you help them earn $10,000, then you can earn $10,000. And there's no limit to the number of people you can help. So if you make a decision to help 100 people, then obviously your leadership bonus will be far greater than if you're only helping one. Next, we have a pool bonus. This is what we call a thank you bonus. And this is paid once a year to our top people. And what we do is we take a percentage of the company's turnover and we split it between our top people to thank them for helping us grow a massive business. And you can have a portion of that. All you got to do is get your team functioning, become one of our top performers, and you will share in that pool bonus. And last but not least, we have what we call an adventure bonus. And once a year, we take a team of people, all of our top performers, to some exotic place, and we have an absolute blast. We take them to Mauritius or Hawaii or wherever it is that you're going to take your people. And the incentives make this thing a total blast. Now, in the company you are in, I'm not sure how many times you've been taken to an exotic place, but here, every year you could go to some exotic place, and every year we take you to a different place. So all of this here goes to making an amazing money-making opportunity for you. 7 different ways you can earn from us, and we are doing everything in our power to make sure you earn a fortune, because if you earn a fortune, something better happens, we earn a fortune too. Now, guys, when I explain the compensation plan, I don't go past this. There's 7 ways to earn. These are the 7 ways. You can see 20, 20, 20, 20, 100%, 2%, 5%. I look as if I'm giving away the farm here. Now we know that because of breakage, the average that we give away will be around about 40%. Whatever your compensation plan is, the average will be about 40%. If you're giving away more than 40%, there's a problem with your comp plan. So the whole idea is to create this image that we are giving away an amazing amount of money. And you can agree with me that the image is there. We're giving away a fortune. And so somebody getting involved here could earn a lot of money out of the opportunity. Now, we don't have to go any further than that, because now what we're going to do is we're going to pledge to them. So the next thing is the pledge. You are in this business. If you join today, you're in this business for yourself, but you're not in this business by yourself. In other words, the person who brought you in here today is going to make you 5 promises. Now, you can have your own promises. These are the promises that we recommend. The first promise is we'll train you to effectively use the online system, thereby ensuring that your business flourishes. So we're going to teach you how to use the Netready system. We're going to teach you how it works, how to use your back office, how to use your buttons, how to use your forms, how to get people to leave their information on the system, how to leverage all of the different functionality that's in the back-end system of Netready. So we're going to teach you how to do this. So the Upline is going to teach you that. Next thing, we're going to teach you how to put the compensation plan into practice to reach your full potential. So you don't need to explain anything about the compensation plan, because your Upline is going to sit down and teach you how to maximize your income from that compensation plan. Whatever your comp plan is, your Upline needs to understand it clearly and needs to be able to explain it clearly so that the person falls in love with it. Because remember, the reason you've got that particular comp plan is because you love it. And if you can't convince your people to love it, then there's a problem with your explanation, not with your compensation plan. So you've got to get to a point where your people believe heart and soul in the comp plan, and your Upline needs to teach the people how that compensation plan works and what they need to do to get maximum income from the compensation plan. And we promise to do that for you today. Next, we're going to guide you on how to sell the product and help you make your first 2 sales. So remember that first 6-week period? The first thing in your fast start bonus should be some sort of sales incentive where the guy can earn a quick fast start bonus for selling some product. And the Upline is going to go there and help them do that first sale so that he can get his first money. Now, the reason we do this is that we found that if the person has not made a sale within the first 6 weeks, If they haven't actually earned commission within the first 6 weeks, they're gone. You never get them back and you can never restart them. And on top of it, what's worse, they go out and tell everybody what a rotten company you are. So it's critically important that your upline helps that person hit his first sales target and get his fast start bonus for those sales. Critically important. Next, we promise to help you recruit and train the first 2 IBOs as the foundation of your team. So your upline is going to go out there and help you sign up your first 2 people. And we're going to try and do that all within the first 6 weeks, so that at the end of the 6-week period, the guy's made some sales, signed up 2 people. Now he's got some success. He's got some momentum. And if every single member of your team does that, if every single member of your team helps their people, sign up 2 people, make some sales, your business will explode. And if they can do that within 6 weeks, you will find that your retention will go right through the ceiling. We find that around 80% of people who actually make money within the first 6 weeks stay, and about 80% of people who don't make money in the first 6 weeks leave. So you've got, if you don't get them making money in the first 6 weeks, sign up a few people, get some momentum, you're going to lose them, and that will be the end of it. And then last but not least, we'll provide you ongoing support and encouragement. And the whole thing is to help you nurture and grow your business. The issue here is that upline needs to realize that he's responsible to continue to help and grow the business. Now, what we do in the Netready system, for those of you who haven't implemented it or don't know about it, we have a pledge test. So at the end of the 6-week period, the downline gets an email saying, hey, listen, your upline, let's say it was Richard. Richard signed you up and he promised to train you on the system. He promised to teach you how to sell the product. He promised to help you learn about the products. He promised to help you recruit your first 2 people, and he promised to provide you with ongoing support. Please rate him. And so what happens is that that person will rate you on each of those 5 things up to 5 stars. So if you did a crummy job, you're going to get low rating. If you did a great job, you're going to get great rating. Now, the issue is here that once let's say I'm the recruiter, once Richard has been rated 5 times, if my average is below 3, then the system suspends me, sends me an email. When I click on the link, I have to go and do a reboot course. If I pass the reboot course with 80% or above, the system will reinstate me. If I don't, my commissions are on the water and I'm gone. I can become a customer, but I can no longer be an IBO. And the idea is to create some level of accountability that you as a company don't have to worry about. What you don't want is to have to phone this guy up as the company owner and give him a grilling because things are going pear-shaped. You want this to be an automated process. Now, it's just like Uber. If you know how Uber works, if the guy drives badly, I give him a bad rating. He gets too many bad ratings, he's gone. Uber doesn't care because their name is more important than that one person's bad attitude. You should have the same attitude about this. Your business's name is much more important than that one guy who's not pulling his weight or that one girl that's not pulling their weight. So I recommend highly that you do this. But what this does, it also gives the person who you're recruiting real confidence that if they sign up today, there's going to be some accountability that the person who's signing them up is going to work with them and help them and make sure that they are successful. So to recap, you need to try and exploit the trends, make sure that the people are absolutely on top of what's going on in terms of what's happening in the world and why this is a great thing for your business. You need to tell them what an amazing company you have and really highlight the fact that this is an incredible company and a great time to get involved. You need to really push the excellence of your products. You need to make sure that the guys are aware of what an awesome amount of money they can make out of your business without getting into detail. You need to make sure they realize that today is the day. This is when they should be signing up. And they need to understand your commitment to their success. Once you've done all of that, you need to have a call to action. Now, what I used to like to do was to hand this over to my guys to actually sign up. So I'd say to the new, if I was doing a group meeting, I would say, just have a chat with Mary, who brought you here today, and she'll help you get started right away. Mary would then go in for the close, and you need to teach them to close, and you'll learn that off the training I showed you earlier on. But Mary needs to give them the opportunity to join, not to join or not join, but to join down this route or that route. So, John, we're going to get going now. I'd like you to fill in these forms. Would you like to take just the starter kit, or are you going to take some stock that you can sell straight out of the blocks? Give him two choices. No, I'll just take the starter kit. Fantastic. No, I'll take the starter kit and the stock. Awesome. In both cases, he's joining. So your call to action needs to try and get the guy to sign up now. From now on, his enthusiasm does not go up. We call it his emotional buying temperature. He'll never be hotter than he is now. So now's the time to close him. If he doesn't sign up now, the reason he's not signing up is either you haven't done a decent job or he's got questions that haven't been answered. If he's got questions that haven't been answered, you need to find out what those questions are and you need to deal with them so he can sign up now. If he doesn't have questions that haven't been answered, then either he completely doesn't like the product or you've done a crummy job of the presentation. And you need to look at that yourself. If you don't have a high closing ratio, and I'm talking about probably between 50 and 60% closing ratio, then you have to look at your presentation. Because why would a person not join your business? I mean, it's insane. And what are they doing at the moment? They get up every morning, they get into their car, they fight the traffic, they drop their kids off at aftercare or school, they fight some more traffic, they get into a job where their boss treats them like dirt. He takes credit for everything they're doing. They work for 8 hours or whatever, doing a thankless job with clients that are irritated and bombing on them every 2 minutes. Then they fight the traffic home. They get to pick up their kids. They get home, they have supper, they read the kids a story, they collapse into bed, and tomorrow they start the whole story again. I mean, most people have a pretty crummy existence in terms of what they're doing. And at the end of the month, the boss is only paying them enough to stop them from leaving. So they spend the next 10 to 15 to 20 years or 40 years or whatever it is, working their backsides off to try and help their boss retire in a manner to which he wants to be accustomed. They're not helping themselves to get to retirement. They're helping their boss. And people who are running companies at the moment are experiencing it even worse, because what's happening there is because of COVID and because of AI and because of automation and all of those things, jobs are just disappearing. Guys who own properties, especially commercial properties, are in real trouble at the moment. So as a result, people are suffering out there. And if they're not joining your business, the reason they're not joining is you haven't done a decent job. You haven't answered their questions, and you need to get to the bottom of what those questions are and why they're not joining. The question will not be, I don't understand the compensation plan, because you haven't explained the compensation plan to them. So that's not going to be the question. They might think, hell, I don't think I'm going to make enough money. And then you can sit down and say, listen, we're paying out all of these different commissions, and genuinely you're going to make enough money. Once you get going, the upline can show how much money he's physically made from the business. Say, look, I just started 3 weeks ago. I've already made $600 or whatever it is. So your call to action needs to be powerful and needs to get the guy out of the blocks straight away. Thank you very much for your time. And I'll chat with you guys, I'm sure, in the future.